All right, I will come back there and we will start coming consciously into our breath. So if you'd like to be on that block, remember you're on the block, but you're kind of leaning forward and it's just supporting your sits bones. And just fold yourself forward. And if you'd like another block, you can literally put your forehead on it or put your elbows on it. And then you can eventually sink down a little bit lower. Start to take those conscious breaths into your back body. So hips, lower back, outsides of the thighs. Try to expand through the side waistlines. All those intercostal ribs, muscles on the side body. Just kind of breathe, make the breath be the stretch. Start to take that breath up to the shoulder blades. Expand your upper back. And then push your way up with your arms, nice and easy. And let's meet in all fours quadruped. Just slide that block out to the side, onto the hands, onto the knees. Now let's go into our lovely cow stretch. Draw the belly button closer to the mat. Look to the front of your mat. Spread your sitting bones to the ceiling. And then come into a neutral spine. Drop your hips to the right. And then arch your back into cat. You're really getting into that right side waist here, arching the back up like an angry cat. And then come back to neutral. Come back through cow. Arch your back, sits bones to the sky. And then back to neutral. And then round and drop your left hip over to the left. Waking up this lovely side of your body here. Lovely left side body stretch. And come back to the center. And one more through cow. And then easy center cat. Exhale round. Tailbone drops towards the knees. And come back to neutral. Come over to one side. We're going to meet cross-legged. So if you can, send your legs out. And bring your right leg in, cross it over, and you can either stay there and do your twist, or you can bend your bottom leg, your top leg as well. So that's an advanced move to bring that straight leg and bend it, so feel free to stay. And then a gentle twist to the right. Head can be wherever it would like to be. It can stay right over center heart, or you can look around. Try to press your sits bones down. And then gently unwind, and we'll do the other side. So just take that leg, unwind your shape, bring the other leg in, cross it over, can stay there. And only do this one if both your sits bones are on the ground. If you're way up here and it's like, oh, it's not ready for that today, then you stay with that straight leg. Morning stretches are interesting. Sometimes when you've done a workout, you can do this at the end of the class. So never judge your body on how you wake up. And again, neck wherever you'd like it to move around here. And gently unwind the shape. And come up onto your knees, grab a block. You're gonna have that block be really tall. Bring it right underneath your seat. Knees are hip width, squeeze the block, and just sit on the block. So you'll lift it up a little bit here. Make sure your legs are nice and parallel. Your knees aren't together, they're not out to the side. Feet can be flat. You can also tuck your toes under here. Use your foot expression. And let's just bring our hands to our heart for a second. You might be feeling leg sensations and feet sensations. I just want you to breathe. Feel the rise and the sinking of your chest. Feel the breath like a flute going up and down through the crown of your head to the backbone. And gently make your way forward off of that block. Remove the block, slap your feet around a little bit. Wake up the tops of those feet. Beautiful. And we're going to go from this nice quadruped position to a shoulder stretch. Right arm to the ceiling. And thread it through and under. Come down onto that right shoulder. Your palm is up to the ceiling on that right hand. And lower that head down. Keep your arm active in front of you on the left side, or you can take your bind. Your job is just to breathe here and open your chest to the side wall as best you can. And then rise that arm if it's bound, rise it up, find the floor and come out of that. Beautiful. And then we have left side. Left arm opens and take it under. And breathe. Ensure your neck, shoulder on the bottom side of the mat are supported and comfortable. And if you're in the bind, send that arm onto the floor. Unwind. Beautiful. And let's grab a block and go into child's pose with our hands on the block. So any height you like, hips back, knees wide, and just drape your heart forward. So if you can, try to have your arms higher than your ears and use that block. Gently rise slowly out of that position. Grab your block, bring those knees next to each other, and the right foot's going to step forward into your 90-90, but then you can lean forward a little bit more. Put that block down if you'd like the floor to be higher, or you don't need the block at all. And just settle into your hip stretch. So if you have the block and you'd like to put your elbows on the block, I can't come down to my elbows in this position, so I like the block here so that I can. If you can come down to the mat with your elbows, feel free. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your bottom leg. onto that mat there. No effort in the body. Just the shape and gravity is doing what it needs to do here. And then gently start to straighten your arms, come back to the back left leg. Give me a little hamstring stretch. And then we're changing sides. Bring that leg back. And go to the other side. So again, you can use the block with straight arms, or you can come down onto those elbows once you are ready, if you are ready. And always readjust the shape anytime. You want to have a nice challenging stretch, but no pinching, painful sensations. And that lovely conscious breathing, inhales 4 counts. And a hold. And exhale for 4. And a pause. And start to make your way back up to straight arms. And drive your hips back to your back knee and give me a nice little hamstring stretch. Beautiful. And then gently bring that leg back. And meet me upright on the knees. If your knees are sensitive, remember you can always do your extra padding, a towel. Curl your toes under. Take your right arm up. Draw your left arm forward and keep reaching forward with the left hand, and then circle that right arm back to your right heel. This hand helps to remind you your body is trying to come forward even in this back bend. And then push off your heel, let's change sides. Beautiful, stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring the left arm up, back and around. Drive those hips to the front wall. And let's do one more on each side. If you'd like to lower the feet to flat, then you'll have a tiny bit deeper position to go for your back bend. Off that heel to rise. Remember, always keep your core working. You never want to dump into your back here. Tight belly. Nice expansive breath and push off that heel. Beautiful. Let's go back to child's pose. Knees wide, feet together. Use your block and send breath into that lower back. And roll it up. Let's take that block between the knees, and we're going to go into a plank with the block between your knees. Squeeze that block and meet the plank. So here with the block, you really get to remember what I say when I say squeeze the bottom. So squeeze your glutes, squeeze the block, draw the navel in, push the heels back, stretch the head forward, soften your elbows a little bit, and just feel like you're trying to make a lovely space between your body and the mat. And we're breathing. Every time you exhale, feel that belly button come closer to the back. And let's do down dog. Lift those hips up. If you'd like to walk your feet in a little bit closer or your hands back a little bit more, feel free. And then lift your heels high off the floor and then dip them down to the floor. Lovely calf raises, up and back and down. For 4, 3, of course you've got to keep the legs nice and straight here. 2, and then let's hold them down towards the mat. And then drop to your knees. Beautiful. And just sit back on your heels for a second. Back to child's pose. Take the block. Let's take it all the way over to the left side. So again, push your hands onto the block. See if you can lower your armpits closer to the floor. And then very gently walk your block center mat to the other side. Beautiful. Come back to the center with that block. Now let's meet over on our seat with nice wide feet. Can be in the center. Just take your legs out to a wide position. See if you can move your sits bones so you're really rooted there, feet to the ceiling. And again, you have your block. You can do a lot of things with that. Arms, head, whatever you'd like to put down there. As best you can, try to activate your kneecaps, activate your quads, your hamstrings. And let's go into our conscious breathing. In for 4. Hold. Out. Pause. And reset. One more round of breath. And slowly rise. Bring your feet in a little bit narrower. Right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh. And return towards that straight left leg and just walk it forward. And try to feel like you've walked your hands forward and you're trying to pull the floor back towards you. And the chest tries to go towards your foot. Gently walk it back and we will switch sides. Gentle turn to the straight leg. You'd like to put a block under your knee. If your knee would like a little support over there, feel free to put the block there. And just fold over. Completely relax the back of your neck and breathe into that left side body. And walk it back slowly. Now let's bring the soles of the feet together. Hands can find your shins, your ankles, maybe elbows can find your knees. And just gently press your knees down as you fold towards your feet. Gently rise. We're going to go into our 90-90 stretch. So we'll start with the right leg. Bring your right leg parallel with the shin to the front of the mat. Your hip is directly behind your front knee, and then an L-shaped leg on the left side. There shouldn't be any crease in that left hip flexor. Try to get some space here, like you could put a pencil straight right here. And then your ankle is behind your knee. And again, if you'd like your block, take your block straight in front of your knee and elbows down. Sharon, try to square off your hips so both hips are facing your leg in front. This is always the hardest pose for me to get everyone to understand. Your legs are just bent in half, or like two L shapes. And the knees are in alignment with the hips. One knee is straight out to the side and the other front one is straight out in front. So if you feel like your hips are wonky and your back is wonky, and this is not the stretch ideal position, so just figure it out, roll around, feel that the leg out to the back, that hip should be drawing forward and the front knees should be drawing back. And breath here. See if you can press down without using any body parts, just think about pushing your front knee down. I'm feeling a lot of sensations on that side this morning. And when you're ready, gently roll yourself up. And you can take that shape and literally just swing it like that. But I don't want to have myself not facing you, so I'm going to come around this way. So again, shoulders and hips face the front. Your knee is in front of your left hip, bent in half. And again, there's no space here. You've got a nice long hip flexor, ankle behind the knee. Take that block, turn your body square to the front leg and bring it forward. And just find your breath, push that knee down towards the mat in the front. And if you're feeling the glute of the front leg, you are doing the stretch correctly. One more round of breath. Slowly make your way out. Keep your legs in the same position. Just bring your hands behind you and move your knees right and left. So your legs are nice and wide. Little hip mobility here. Go for 4 more. 3, 2, last time. Beautiful. And let's go back to down dog. Come on over. Take those hips up. Take a nice wide down dog, take your feet out width of the mat, and then just pedal out your feet. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet hip width parallel. Right leg lifts up slightly. Going into pigeon. So when you're ready, bring that knee through to chest and land it into your pigeon. If pigeon here doesn't work for you, you can come do your figure 4 stretch on your back. And I invite you to stay up high with the arms. Shimmy your body around so your back leg is nice and straight. Or you can have your blocks. If you have your blocks and you want to come down to forearms, yes, Sharon, just come back and do your figure 4. Figure 4, always an option for sensitive knees. Otherwise, stay up on straight arms, come down on forearms, and find your breath. Have about a minute here. If you're doing your figure 4 stretch, try to use your elbow or your hand to open that knee away from your chest. And your available foot can do some nice ankle circles if you'd like. Wherever you are, just enjoy that stretch. Gently start to make your way out of that pose. If you're in pigeon, single pigeon, curl your back toes under to lift your knee off the floor on the back leg. And then let's go back through down dog to transfer. When you're ready, let's go to the other side. And again, shimmy your back leg all the way back to the back of the mat without hitting the handle. And you can stay up on or shimmy your way down when you're ready. 1 minute, find your breath. Always scan through your body, check you're not clenching. Breathe into whatever is tight. Need some extra restorative breath there. Very slowly make your way out of this position. Come back to down dog and I'll give you some nice Shavasana things to do. Down dog. And I invite you to either do your corpse pose or you can do your soles of your feet together, supported with the blocks, or you can take your legs up a wall. You have a wall nearby. It's amazing to drain those legs supported with a wall. Sharon, if you want to just leave me and find your wall, or you can just do a bent leg over your couch. So you can just let your legs drape, open your arms to the side. Yep, go around. I'll leave this song on, this playlist on for a few minutes. Welcome to the end of your lovely class and to the best posture of all, Shavasana. Namaste, beautifuls. Enjoy the snow day. Don't go out and shovel and do anything silly now that you've had that lovely stretch. And I will see you back on the mat when you're ready.